Morning, special episode this week. We're up in the Hunter Valley. Yesterday we were lucky enough to go and see Zoostar himself at Widden. If you haven't been to Widden, it's one of the most picturesque studs in the world. I recommend going to have a look. And today we're probably, I think, how many stallions? 17 today, some of the best already, soon to be some of the best, and some of the next superstars. And here he is, Osmosis. He looks fantastic. Actually wish I still had him in work. We need him. But he looks absolutely magnificent. Of course, Zoostar, champion stallion. His father won the Coolmore. Northern Meteor won the Coolmore. And Encosta de Lago won the Coolmore. So this guy is pretty much nailed on to be the next top stallion, I think. And what a beautiful place Newgate is too. If you haven't been to Newgate, or if you're thinking about coming up to the stallion parades, I really recommend it. You'll see they've got some great stallions and some of the fastest, best bloodstock you could ever wish to see. I think we saw 17 of them. They look unbelievable. Henry Field has done an absolutely marvellous job. So I think this guy's fully booked. Georgia, how's he look?
Fully booked, he looks amazing. We're all very happy to come and see him today. And I said to Bjorn, I think he actually likes Bjorn more now that he's here than he did when he was in the stables. So
oh, that's not very nice, Georgia.
it was a good reunion.
Yeah, he's great. So absolutely, yeah, what a horse, what a special horse. I was very confident. Coolmore day, I thought he'd win. Yeah, so exciting. It's exciting for a trainer because you get to see their progeny come through and get to follow them, and no doubt I'll end up with plenty of osmosis if things continue to go as well as they did this week with 4 winners. Probably a pretty slow start to the season, but Dance to the Boom was very good on debut for Cambridge Stud at Kembla Grange. She's gone straight out for a break. I think she's a nice filly going forward. She's only going to get better. Battleton didn't have any luck last week at all at Rose Hill. I think he would have gone close, and we sort of set him up to half run a good race there too. He'd been in work, so it's a pity he didn't get the breaks when he needed them. I might come out of the sun. It's a bit bright, to be honest. And More Victorious won a very good race last week as well. And then Star May for my racehorse and a good team of owners. She was very good. She's definitely come back. She's improved, of course, by Zoostar. So she's now looking for midweek races. And then on Wednesday, it was good to get a double at home at Warwick Farm. Bonita Queen, she showed electric speed, led up and was never in doubt with James McDonald. And all in the mind. Definitely two sides to him. There's good all in the mind and bad all in the mind. Probably a little bit like a trainer's mind, depending on how many winners they're getting, but he was very good in the last race, and I thought he went super. So we might try and find a race to qualify for the big dance, or even put him up to Saturday grade, but he's definitely going well with Georgia. What else has been happening this week?
Oh, we had Belclair trial on Monday. That was exciting to see her over here. First trial for you, did a great job. And then Cabalis, always exciting to see him step out again. He's done hot too.
Yeah, he was very good on Tuesday. And Belclair, of course, she's won 2 Group 1s in New Zealand. She's a lovely mare. She's a really well-performed mare. She hasn't got the best wet track form, but on a wet track at Randwick on Monday, she was outstanding. So really looking forward to giving her another trial. She'll possibly go to the Jericho first up. And Cabalis, he ran a very good second. It really just turned into a sprint home. He's not a wet tracker. I'll tell you one thing about Cabalis, Georgia. Yes. We've seen some good looking horses up here this week, the last 2 days, but Cabalis would hold his own, wouldn't he?
Cabalis would hold his own. Cabalis, I think, is one of the best looking horses I've ever seen.
There you go, $1 million yearling, Derby racing, going to the Moir, big race. If he can win that, could end up here or somewhere similar, which would be amazing. Of course, we've got a few runners tomorrow. We've got 3 at Randwick and 1 up in Brisbane. Have we got any questions? Remember, if you've got any questions, put them up in the question part.
Oh, does it say? Hold on,
Keith Farrell by name, Farrell by nature joined. He had 2 winners on Wednesday. Spring Lee doing well, we'll get to her. Infatuation, she's back in pre-training. She's going to come in Monday week, so looking forward to getting her back in. She's a good horse. Who else have we got? It's a little bit hard sometimes doing this.
Spring Lee's doing very well.
making the trip to Dubbo Gold Cup meeting. I think end of September. I'll try and get there. Of course, we won it last year with I Know a Star. He's going particularly well. How many boxes? Yes. Janelle, maybe 4 at a guess. Pencil them in. Yes, I'm looking forward to Cabalis as well. Right, tomorrow we'll kick off with our anchorage up in Brisbane. Actually, one of the main rivals is Scratched. He's travelled up there. He's back from 2400 to 2200 set weights race. I think he does get in really well. Georgia?
Yeah, well, he's gone well in his last 2 starts this prep, hasn't he? Steph's gone up to look after him. She gets on with him very well, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, he can be a little bit of a handful at times.
He sure can be. I reckon I saw Luke hanging off one side of him once, and even Luke couldn't stop him. So.
Yeah, and Luke, there's plenty of resistance there, isn't there? Good boy. So I think he should be really hard to beat. James Orman rides. We've got a good relationship with James up there. I think from gate 1 will be positive. He's back in trip, and if he leads, he should be hard to run down. So he's in great order. Of course, tomorrow we've got another one of Derby Racing's horses. Horse called Father's Day. I thought he went better than the results suggest last time. He led and got taken on and went too quick. Here we go. Here's some famous people on the Instagram Live. Mitch Cunningham, Steffi Magnetica's good. He's the boss.
Hi.
Hello. We're wondering, when's the next Steffi coming?
It's a
cards, Horseshoe Hill, all too hard, and throws the logo.
There you go. That's one to watch out for. And we're about to head off to Richmond. Hey, we'll be drinking out of the Steffi champagne glasses. So, of course, Stormboy was in the Cunningham colours. He trialled really well against Cabalis. And Bonita Queen, of course, on Wednesday won well. So,
do you know what James said about Bonita Queen as well?
What did he say?
This horse is fast, seriously fast, and he rides lots of fast ones, so you'd think he'd be a pretty good judge.
That's right, that's what we like, speed. It's the one thing we can't put into them. They've got to have a bit of it themselves. So I think Father's Day is a good each-way chance tomorrow. He looks to lead and lead comfortably, loose leader, which is what we like to see. And then we've got Tarashok in the mile race. He needs to be covered up. He needs to have a soft run. If he gets that and gets the breaks when he needs it, he's some hope. And probably what is not the most strongest race. And then we go to the lucky last, Springlee. I know, a big fan of Springlee. We're on the theme of Zoo Star.
The biggest Springlee fan around, and I actually oracled Springlee at the start of the prep, so I'm hoping she comes good for me.
Well, yeah, look, she's not Nostradamus. He goes pretty good. She goes pretty good. And I think it might even be Mark Zara's first ride for me ever. I said to my father, I said, has he ridden one for you? He said, I think he's ridden one. So looking forward to her. She's got a little bit of an awkward gate and up to 1200. The initial plan was possibly to go to the toy show, but that ended up it became a very, very strong race, and she's well out of the weight. So in terms of placement, I didn't think it was the best option for her. It would be nice just to get a Saturday one at Ramwick. But she looks fantastic. Her work on Tuesday was very, very good. We'll probably aim to sort of be midfield and just try and get a bit of cover. And we'll have a good look at how the races are playing. The weather at the moment in Sydney and up here in the Hunter Valley is amazing. So I think it should be a good track tomorrow. Looking forward to getting back on top of the ground. I think my horses generally run better on top of the ground. And I think she's a really good chance and the best chance. Have we missed anything, Georgia?
Well, the babies had a bit of a go through the gates this morning and they all went pretty well.
Yeah, and I think we're really happy with some of our 2-year-olds. I think they're coming up very well. We've got a lovely capitalist filly there, Lady Syndicate, Georgia.
Ladies Syndicate, she has a few shares left, so if you want to come and have some fun with Andrew and myself, she's looking like she could be the goods so far.
Yeah, we like her a lot. And of course, she is a Newgate product, and Newgate is really producing fast horses and a lot of them. So, as is Wooden, where we were yesterday, if you buy off proven studs with proven stallions as a trainer, you're in a very, very strong position. Have we got any other questions before we finish off? I hope this feed's good. The internet can be a little bit patchy.
Those are guesses off the story yesterday.
Oh, guesses off the story. Any sniffs on overpass for the Everest? That's an interesting one. I think he's coming up a really smooth preparation, and touch wood, we've had plenty of smooth preparations for him, so we're still on target to be there on Everest Day, whether it's the Sydney Stakes or the Everest. Unfortunately, his one bad run in probably the last 18 months, one below par run was in the Everest last year, and I'm still scratching my head about that one, but I think he's come up good. He's big, he's tough, he's won 7.7 million, Group 1 winner, raced against the best consistently. I think he's in for a really good spring either way. Hopefully we can get back to Perth, so excited about him. Obviously Steffi Magnetica's coming up well too. She could be ready to run early October in the Premier Stakes. I know Stars there, Allegron's back in, he's in a Melbourne Cup path. If he could feature in that, would be a remarkable story. And that's about all I've got to say. Anything to add?
Nothing to add. We're off for a bit of lunch at Ridgemont now, so excited about that. I'm sure they'll do it well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this beats Warwick Farm Penitentiary. Trust me. And here we go, Ben. Ben, how's it going, mate? You got to get this up. You got to get this up, send it out to the database.
It will be very good, don't you worry.
Any tips you got?
Nah,
Spring Lee.
Spring Lee. Oh, Jamie Carr today, surely.
Here he goes, you don't follow Melbourne.
Are we doing the lobby for this week?
Oh yeah, no lobby and Luke. So the average IQ of the podcast today has gone up massively. What have you got?
Spring Lee, no surprises.
Righto, good luck folks. Good luck. Thanks Ben.
Thank you.